What is up, YouTubers? Joji Joe here, and today I got something really special for you guys. We are sitting in front of the third place Houston Regional Champions, Team Procyon, which consists of Will Pang, Arthur Lago, and Matthew Preston. Again, they placed third in the premium format. That was day 2. And I got in front of us, we're going to ask a couple of questions, and let's see if they're as good as they say they are.
Or not. Obviously not.
Alright, so first question, obviously. How long have you guys been playing Vanguard?
Since 2012 for me.
I've been playing since it came out in Japan. So what year was that?
2011?
2011.
2011, yeah.
Same as Preston.
2012?
Yep.
Oh, so you guys have been there since day 1. That's great, because
More like
what
day
got you into the game?
Oh, the art. Like, I saw... It was, originally when I saw it, I was on YouTube, and I saw a video at MCole40 showing off some of the Card by Vanguard stuff. And it looked really neat, so I just went to Walmart and I saw they had a display box just randomly out there, so I just bought it and like I opened up Soul Saver out of it and I was like, okay, I guess I'm playing this now.
Well, I used to play Schoolyard Yu-Gi-Oh! And I always wanted a game that just had monster cards. And then when Vanguard came out, I was like, this is it. And then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna... I'm like... I think I was a freshman in high school, and I'm just like, I'll just buy a few packs here and there. I'm not gonna really, I don't have the money to spend, and then it hooked me, and here I am.
So I played no card games before Vanguard. It was actually in college. I had zero interest in any card games. My buddy
In
Ryan,
the comment section, guess how old he is.
you'll never guess on your first try, I promise you. But anyways, my buddy was like, all right, there's a new game coming out called Vanguard. You're gonna play it with me, and I refused for 2 months. I kept telling him, no, I'm not playing Vanguard. I hate card games. They're stupid.
They are.
Eventually, he finally got me to purchase the first Japanese trial decks with him. I was like, fine. If you like shut about this, I'll go ahead and buy the Royal Paladin trial deck. Alright, so I got the Royal Paladin trial deck, he got the Kagro.
Started off with Blaster Blade. Oh.
Yeah,
So you're
and
living right off the bat, right?
yeah, no, seriously, I lost my first 100 games. I was about to quit, but he was an amazing teacher. I just kept going at it. Eventually, we started winning shop tournaments, and I just got hooked from there on out. So, yeah.
Well, that's great. Let's go to our next question. Favorite clan?
Ooh. Everyone should know my favorite clan. So I have 2. One is my favorite best deck, and that's got to be Shadows. But my favorite clan in terms of everything is Great Nature. Just because Great Nature is one of the undersupported clans, so it doesn't have the stigma where it's going to have all of the support ever and it's too overly broken, but when it does, it becomes very balanced in the fact that everyone understands why it does so well. Instead of just being, oh, well, it's power crap. That's gonna be what happened because it's a Protect clan. And Great Nature out of all of them was the most appealing to me.
I like anime. You can tell by that.
So, Token Rampu?
Totally. I love that clan. I'm so excited when the V series drops. Ooh, you know. No, I like Bermuda. I'm a degenerate.
Yes. Can confirm.
Can confirm. That's why he's known as Jersey on.
Yep.
The Tiggle Biddies.
So what's my
Alright.
favorite
But Will
card?
Pang, what is your favorite
Okay,
clan?
so everyone knows that I'm really obsessed with mecha and robots. So obviously my favorite clan, Nova Grappler. Since it first came out in the original series, set 2, set 3, Ashura Kaiser, been hooked. My second favorite is Dimension Police, Justice, because giant robots. Love it.
Megazords and Gundams.
Well, the main reason why I like Bermuda is just because it's the first clan I started out with. Not by choice, but like I said, I was like in high school and didn't have a job at the time. So the only way I could make a deck was with the clan boosters with Prisms. Prisms was the deck I played from like when I started, or basically when I started coming to locals, to like 2 years ago. Until Cha-Cha's came out, and then I started playing that. And then I started playing Meta.
Because Labrador was the first Prism Grade 3, right?
Yeah, that was the first
Oh,
wave of
yeah.
support. That's when Break Rides first came out.
That's when you missed your draw
So
first
many
turn and
memories
then
with
lost.
Labrador.
Labrador.
All right, so now we got to know you guys all together individually. Now we're going to talk you guys as a team. But obviously we're going to start small. We're going to talk, what are your current outlooks on the meta we just went through and the upcoming meta?
Well, premium I'm kind
Yeah,
of
we're
excited
talking
for.
standard or premium?
Well, I guess you guys won premium. Let's do both. Start with premium. So you guys won in premium.
Premium, yeah.
Yeah, I think premium was honestly fine. It was like somewhat predictable to see what decks we were playing, but it wasn't like too predictable. We knew we were gonna see golds, which we actually didn't see a lot of, surprisingly. I don't know why. We saw a lot of Bermuda, and a lot of Nubatama.
Yep.
Nubatama is one of those.
We saw a lot of that.
Yeah, I got crowed while I was
yeah.
at grade 2. I did not know that, and that's why I lost.
Because you didn't call him out on that?
Yeah, I didn't. I was just like, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? I'll discard my entire hand. Freak it. Since do that. I know you don't like cursing.
Just go.
But overall, everything was pretty balanced because there were a lot, like half of the clans actually had half decent support and half the viability to be able to compete in the meta. And because Logic of Destruction had just dropped, there were a lot of clans that weren't expected to go in that actually did. Like I bought a couple of Kaguro, and it was funny whenever they saw me flip a Funk, and I was like, yeah, I put that in there just for this. So.
Will, any outlooks on the premium format?
Current format, I pretty much lost. Thank you. I pretty much lost all of my matches against Nubatama. That's my least favorite matchup. So that's my outlook on premium format. But for upcoming format, definitely Novus. That new Buster support is top notch.
EBO 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upcoming. I think the only problem is going to be with Ichikishima. I think that's going to be a little too oppressive of a card.
We're back to no card, no guard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank God Shadows are getting that grade 2 intercept. So. Yeah. Something to look forward to in premium.
Yeah, a lot of decks like rose up with new premium collection, which I really like. Bermuda's Stride, it's all right. It's not Narukami, that piece of toilet paper, but you know,
That's true.
I can't complain. The deck was too good for too long, so I'm glad they're finally balancing it out to where I don't get called not only a degenerate but a meta whore. So, meta guy.
Yeah. So my outlook is that I think a lot of Link Joker decks are going to get really ridiculous with Blue Ball, especially since all of the lock cards don't unlock. They instead just get bound immediately. So that's going to be annoying because my only out to chaos is completely like countered, which is garbage.
Yep.
And Gridora, people are going to have to start running V triggers for Gridora because they can't G-Guard anymore.
It's gonna be annoying.
But other than that, a lot of the other stuff still seems pretty balanced. And it's just going to be a matter of what strategies that all these new decks are going to have to come up with.
So I want to talk of meta. Let's talk about your playstyle. Are you guys, when you go to tournaments, are you a meta player, anti-meta, or do you bring in the rogue decks?
Oh, well, it really depends. Because usually, for standard format, we knew there were 2 meta decks. There was going to be Kaguro and Bermuda. And that was a given. And then for the third deck, it's usually going to be not as much meta, more just a counter of whatever we see as the meta that has a good, decent matchup. Which is why I was constantly saying it has to be something that does big powers like Bermuda, but can do it quicker. Or it has to be a restanding control like Narukami, which ended up taking the first place spot. So it really comes down to, like, we have to base our team selection based off of like maybe 2/3 meta and then 1/3 counter meta, and then base all of the playstyles off of that.
Yeah. So my team for standard, I wasn't with these guys for standard. We got 7th. We lost top 8 because of Narukami. Narukami just killed Bermuda. But my whole plan of what was going to be going on was that Kaguro and Bermuda were all going to take A and B spots, and then C was again going to be that rogue deck. So what we did is that we put me, the Bermuda player, in C. Therefore, we can always basically guarantee a win in the C spot. That way, only either B or A had to win. In B, we put Kaguro because that's just, again, a meta deck. The mirror match can go either way. Basically, a die roll, and it can do somewhat decent against Bermuda with a decent amount of popping. And then A is where we decided to put our counter meta to basically play against Kaguro and I guess any Protect clans that are trying to counter the meta. I would put Murakumo. So basically if Kaguro can't re-ride, their deck just shuts off and it's just a free win. Against Bermuda, instead of running the Shiryuki engine, we ran Musashi. That way when we ride Dengeki and we had the promo.
Benejishi?
Yeah, Benejishi. We can just ram them with Musashis. And Bermuda, they do have their interceptors, but if they don't have that, and they have to commit more to hand, the deck is just like, their defense is not nearly as strong as their offense, clearly. So if you rush them, they just fall apart. That's why Novas are going to be so good come EDO 7.
I'm excited.
But yeah, the meta right now is kind of shit. You have Bermuda, that's arguably tier 0. Even until EBO 7, it falls down a bit, but it's still just stupid. I'm playing it, and I know it's stupid. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. And then we have Kagura, which is still good, and it gets kind of better. But a lot of clans come up. Messiahs are really good, and then Novas as well. So the future for Standard is looking better than what it is right now.
With the introduction of the new Force 2 marker, or not the Force 2, Imaginary Gift 2, everything's going to get a slight boost, especially with Excel 2 especially. Like, I see Gold Paladin and Great Nature doing a lot better with Excel 2 now than they were with Excel 1. So those might actually do a half decent.
It also broadens the deck building so people can be a lot more creative than right now, which is just, they're all basically cookie cutter decks at this point.
Yeah.
All the decks are generally going to be the same.
But as of right now, until that set comes out, we are looking at a 2-deck stale format until we go into a 4-deck stale format.
Which is still better than 2.
Yeah,
better.
I mean, it's better. I think that the ideal format would definitely be around 8 decks that are about the same meta balance. So once we probably get to what's coming out, maybe the Liberation Steed set or the Phantasmal Steed set. Once we get to those two, we might actually have a half decent meta at that point. But until then, I think we're still just waiting and creeping.
All right, so let's talk more about making top 8. What was the feeling you guys had the moment you guys made top 8 for Houston Regional 2019?
Don't lose.
Yeah.
Don't lose until we hit top 4. Because if we lose our top 4 match, then we were like, okay, then all we have to do is win our losers final match for 3rd place.
Yeah, I mean, we've all played our decks for as long as we've played this game, pretty much. Great Nature, Nova Grappler, Bermuda. So we were all pretty comfortable going into the decks, and we've been researching the meta for basically like the past 3-4 months, just realizing what's being good, looking at Japan, looking at tops, looking at the decks that have been placed in what team. With Premium it was a bit harder because, like we said, there's a lot more diversity. But knowing the matchups, like how our decks encounter matchups and how we need to basically place out the game, just like something a general player should know. Just really knowing the matchups and knowing how you're gonna win those matchups, and just play testing rigorously.
All right, and a final question. So you guys say you did months of research, and so after all that, and after going to regionals, making top 3, and experiencing the whole event, is there anything you guys would change differently than you guys did during those events?
I think this event, this time around, was ran pretty well. Like, they always kept everything pretty time sensitive.
Yeah.
They always started rounds pretty well, and we actually got through the main tournament around 3:30 or so until we hit to top 8, and then that took another couple of hours, but that wasn't so bad. And as far as free fight, I think they probably could have started the give out promos about an hour earlier than they were, so that way it gives us 2 hours to be able to collect and be able to do stuff.
Well, I do appreciate that those who make top 8 get those promos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got those.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Anything, Arthur?
No. I mean, well, like as far as the tournament running, it was this is probably the best I've seen the tournament being ran in all of the regionals I've been to.
Mat sleeves.
Yeah, the only problem is obviously if you guys don't know this, you have to, if you run mat oversleeves, you have to put the mat side inside, covering the card art, which, I mean, I personally don't like that, but there is a possibility of cheating. Someone actually wanted to scratch out the mat side to get a feel, but I mean...
Yeah. It's like my recommendation for that now is to get Dragon Shield art or any kind of small size sleeves, and then just do inner sleeves, inner perfect sleeves, so that we don't have to deal with that. You also don't have to deal with the bulk of standard sleeves at all, and you don't have to worry about putting matte sleeves on backwards or anything. You can just still play as normal.
But, I mean, maybe I should have ran Red Crow, because I figured it's a V-Series card. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, you can do it as a grade 2. It's a V-Series card.
Yeah.
It's not. So, obviously, if I wasn't 100% sure, I should have probably read the card. but I figured I could win regardless. But obviously that wasn't the case.
And you drew for turn, correct?
Yes, I always drop the turn.
So, Wopeng, is there anything you would change?
About my performance in the tournament?
Your performance, yeah.
Yeah. Looking back, I did catch myself doing a couple minor misplays, which ultimately did cost me the game. There are times when I went full offensive as opposed to playing more conservatively. With the basically just kind of banking on me just ending the opponent right then and there. But, a single defensive trigger would just completely shut my turn down. So thinking back, had I played more conservatively, more defensively, I may have won a couple other matches. But ultimately, we still did really well on third place. Really happy about our results. So
You did.
yeah,
That's what that
rigorous.
rigorous amount of practicing helps, because really it's like learning how to stabilize from like being in a bad early game. It like goes a long way. Because like say you get double critted twice, or your opponent gets a crit like every drive check, learning how to stabilize from that is honestly like what makes or breaks like a good player from like just a casual player.
Yeah, hell, even not seeing heal triggers early so that way you can G-guard is a real big detriment in this game right now. So
Yeah, like I had one game, like Bermuda, you run 8 G guards, and I only saw one, and I was like, well, I gotta start guarding these huge Drag Abyss turns somehow. It's like just like learning how to come back from that.
Yeah, and there was one situation where I had the ability to G-guard twice, and I decided to go into double spangled so I can redraw an entire hand.
Yeah.
And my entire hand redraw gave me 6 triggers, and I was like, okay, well, I guess the game's over now. So that was my only, I wouldn't consider a misplay, it was just bad luck that I drew that many bad cards. So other than that, I mean, I thought I played pretty well.
And that's one of the upsides about Team League. Like, if you have a bad game, you have your opponent. It's the closest thing we're going to get to a best out of 3 in Bushrod games, unfortunatally.
Yeah. Unless
So-
they bring the 2-deck format.
Yeah, unless I really would like the 2-deck format. I think that's really
I think
fun.
we all would.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. I want to thank Team Procyon for coming over here at Dragon Slayer.
Sorry, I didn't get my
present-
jersey.
Sorry, he brought the medal.
Yeah.
He brought the bronze.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe if you want to see more videos. Anyway, guys, it's Juju Joe, and signing out.